If you kill this commander, you're just saving me a couple steps.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Slimefoot and Squee. This was a pre-release exclusive card that was part of sort of March of the Machines. It's actually just a commander card that they released with the product at pre-release alongside a couple other cards like Gorogoro and Satoru, Cultivate and Lier, and a few of the other team-ups. But Slimefoot and Squee is here in Arena. They actually had this on the Mastery Pass. That's how I got my copy. So if you had the Mastery Pass from that set, you might actually have a copy of this card and not know about it. So what's cool about this card, it's not just that it has Slimefoot and Squee, two cool Dominaria characters together, it's also just a really unusual build, because you want to have your commander in the graveyard so you can use it to reanimate. As long as you have a Saproling on the battlefield and Slimefoot and Squee in the graveyard, you can bring back Slimefoot and Squee as well as another creature in your graveyard to the battlefield. You can do it at sorcery speed only on your turn, but this means you can bring back some pretty big creatures. You're going to notice the curve in this deck is kind of strange. It's got a lot of like 1Z, 2Z, ramping, setting things up in the graveyard, and then we have the big boys. We got the Koglas, the Primeval Titans, Sheoldred, Atali, Titan of Industry, all the biggest and baddest of creatures. And I'll say, however you decide to build this deck, you get to pick whatever your favorite big baddies to put into the deck. I put in like some of my favorites like Craterhoof Behemoth, gotta have a Griselbrand, something that's got lots of modes like Titan of Industry, something that gets you a ton of value like Atali. I don't recommend playing the Eldrazi Titans as much in this deck though, just because you're reanimating them so you don't get the on-cast trigger. Still, super duper strong cards, and then we have to just set up to get there. So we have a 3/3 though, that it only costs 3 mana. You can swing in with it. Your opponent won't want to block and kill it because if it dies, then you can bring things back. But we also have to put things in our graveyard. That's the setup. So we have things like Symmetrical Discard. We have ways that we just self-mill ourselves like Shigeki or Grisly Salvage, Skull Prophet. We also have some ways that we can mill ourselves and sacrifice at the same time. Altar of Dementia, fantastic card here. And things that directly put cards into our graveyard so we can tutor for them like Gravebreaker Lamia. Because we have a bit of a sacrifice sub-theme, I'm also playing some cards like Sheoldred and Yawgmoth in this deck. They're just very good, they're very powerful, and you can potentially go infinite in this deck if you have something like Slimefoot and Squee, Ashnod's Altar, Pitiless Plunderer, and our good friend here, Slingang Lieutenant, to kill the opponent because you keep making more goblins. Yes, this is a goblin. So you can sacrifice, drain your opponent for life, and keep bringing things back. Having self-sacrificing cards too is also really nice. We have, I want to say Priest of Forgotten Gods, which is more of a one-off on a turn. But we do have, where's my Woe Strider? Whoa! Woe Strider's a great way to sacrifice things. Same with that Yawgmoth. It's just really nice to be able to have easy ways to kill your own commander in this deck, so you can then bring back your, I don't know, Massacre Wurm. Let's go with Massacre Wurm. This is a super fun deck, though, and I can't wait for you to see it as we take it into the queue and we reanimate some big boys. Yorion, Sky Nomad, the big blinky Sky Noodle. Also, I don't have good cards in this hand. Huh. This hand has good cards and only green lands, but I have a Signet. So I'm going to keep this. Ah, perfect! Find the black man on their Dark Boar pathway, and a Curse Down Witch. So what does Yorion do? Ooh, fancy art. This is the Multiverse Legends art. When it enters the battlefield, you can blink a bunch of non-land permanents. All the ones that you control. You can just kind of toss them around like crazy, and they'll come back at the end of turn. It's nice. You get a lot of enter the battlefield stuff. Tail's End. They have countered my commander. I'm going to move it back to the command zone because I don't currently have a way to make Saprolings. And that's fine. Cursebound Witch, go get 'em! Elite Spellbinder. Yes. Very good cards. They're hitting the Crucius, but I still have enough mana to play Crucius this next turn. And in fact, I think I will. Ooh, do I want to sacrifice this witch? I'm going to attack with it first. Here's Crucius. I'm going to discard Sir Conrad and get something that costs less than Sir Conrad. Nice. More red mana. Also, I get a treasure. Thanks, Crucius. Reflector Mage, putting Crucius back into my hand. And very, very conveniently, putting exactly 2 cards onto the battlefield for me to make us both sacrifice. They are still on 3 lands. We're going to draw some cards. We're going to get something from a spell book. Eeny, meeny, miny, this cat. Sorcerer's Broom is also cute because you can just, like, go wide with it if you have enough mana. A fellow Liliana! How do you do, fake Liliana? This Liliana is an artifact. Hey, do you have any artifact removal here? Just, like, asking for a friend. Just, like, you know, looking, vibing, checking it out, seeing what I have. I'm going to sacrifice this so I draw off of my Liliana. Fable the Mirror Breaker is cool. Getting some tasty cards out here. Discarding this forest and getting something that costs more. Like Binding the Old Gods, which can conveniently kill fake Liliana. I'm not blocking because I know they want to draw really badly because they're stuck on 3 lands. Relic of Legends! It's mana. Swords to Plowshares is to stop me from just attacking this Liliana to kill her. They're gonna minus. Great, we both draw cards. Let's see if they found a land. I'm going to discard this land and this worm. No, wait. Yes. This land, this worm. I'm going to put full control mode on. Play Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. The reason I'm putting on full control mode is so I can sacrifice it to Phyrexian Tower in response to its own sacrifice trigger. Bam. Mana. Floating. I have to discard. Which card do they discard? They discard? Discard. Memory Deluge. Using that mana for Binding the Old Gods. I don't really care how it taps. We're taking out Liliana. We could even tear asunder that Relic of Legends. We've cemented ourselves as the victor of this game despite the stolen Liliana. Cloned, copied, crafted. It was an artifact. That's pretty cool. Good game, Yorian. Slimefoot is going to face himself in battle. And Squee is here too. We have a Slimefoot Salad Transplant. This is the landfall, but not actually landfall, but mostly landfall Slimefoot. I actually don't have this in this deck. I took it out because I don't have that many basic swamps and forests, or even just swamps and forests, because it counts for non-basics too. Slimefoot, when it enters the battlefield, doesn't do anything, but when you get a forest entering the battlefield or a swamp entering the battlefield, you get some fun guys. Just look at all these fun guys. You can tell which fungus were created by this card because they'll have the A23 stamp on them, letting you know that that's how you can tell them apart. I want to ramp. Ramp I shall. Skull Prophet. Not only is this ramp, it's also putting stuff into my graveyard. Invasion of Zendikar, going to get them 2 more lands, which will get them 2 more triggers from Slimefoot Salad Transplant. A very cool sleeve, too. Lots of little monsters on it. Trying to decide if I want to go for Ravenous Chupacabra. Maybe Sheoldred. I'll start with the Ravenous Chupacabra. Killing Slimefoot. They've got plenty of mana, though, to bring it back. Death Bonnet Sprout milled. A swamp. If there's 3 creatures, I think, in their graveyard, yeah, 3 or more creatures in their graveyard, then it transforms. Tireless Tracker is going to turn landfall into clues. And a Spore Crown Thal is going to give +1/+1 to the Death Bonnet Sprat. I will absolutely trade with my Chupacabra. So I'm wondering, yep, A23. These were made by the Slimefoot. Aha! I have found mana for Slimefoot and Squee. I needed black mana for it. That's fine. I'll probably end up using Skull Prophet to mill me. Six lands on their side of the battlefield, but 7 mana because of the halfling. Wilhelmina! Wilhelmina will get them another land. Just puts it in hand. Behold, more dirt! This is also a land, and it does trigger landfall when it enters the battlefield. It's not a forest, though. Ooh, they want to transform into a green bear. Nice. Are you gonna flip that invasion of Zendikar? No, they're not attacking at all from the looks of things. I will mill myself. There's a Primeval Titan in my graveyard. I am a fan of that. I'm going to attack with Slimefoot and Squee. A very practical attack. Practical tactical. It's just like, oh no, please don't block me. I say, hoping to be blocked. So we sacrifice Slimefoot and Squee. We do not move it to the command zone because we're immediately bringing it back for either Ravenous Chupacabra or Primeval Titan. I want to ramp. I'm jealous of their ramp. That's why we're doing this. Prime Time gets me 2 more lands. Which ones do I want to grab? I think a creature land? Hive of the Eye Tyrant. And something that would just come in tapped anyway. Specifically something that can make red mana. I've also still got this Kami of Bamboo Groves, Sheoldred's Edict, just holding those up, having a good time. A clue, a clue! They're going to exile the Primeval Titan! Oh no! That's okay. They're channeling a Kami of Bamboo Groves. Hey, I've got one of those too! If they attack in, we can block with Slimefoot and Squee, because that's what they've always wanted to do. Oh my god, it's more lands. Emergent Sequence. Making a fractal. Oh, little 2/2. Ooh, 3/3. Hello? I mill me. I could save this for a Planeswalker. I could just fire it off now. Or a token. To hoof? Or not to hoof? I have an okay attack with Kami of Bamboo Groves into Craterhoof Behemoth. And And I think that's all I need. We're going to start with the Kami. Reason is so I have one more creature. Oh, I meant to sacrifice it. Doesn't matter. Still enough damage. Good game. I'm Not Fine is playing Azusa, Lost but Seeking. I've actually played against this person a few times before. Let's see how this game goes. Yeah, Azusa is all about ramp. This is a mono green commander who lets you play tons of extra lands. So you make it so you can... Oh, wow. Sorry, the rain where I am just got really heavy very suddenly. It was sunny like 10 minutes ago. Summer showers. You can never predict them. Hello! Right, Azusa oftentimes plays lots of ways to play lands off the top of your deck or from the graveyard, so you can just keep getting more and more landfall triggers and ramp out to big, scary things. We've got a good turn 2 play, though, Priest of Forgotten Gods. A good turn 3 play, our commander, and some removal, Terra Sunder, and everything else. They did go first, though, which means that Azusa is going to come out and get value before I can do anything. Do I need to close the windows again? I just reopened the window an hour or so ago. Do I want to go for the priest or the signet? I gotta go for the priest. And I'm also going to stand up and close the window so less water comes into my apartment. Don't need any wood damage. I feel like my plants probably love it. They're like, ooh, another brief misting. Slimefoot and Squee. And I'm going to do something a little weird here. I'm going to sacrifice my commander and not put it into the graveyard because I won't have a Saproling. That's just to get rid of Azusa and play this Arcane Signet. So I'm ramping for myself, getting down this extra bit right here, and like an extra 2 mana for Slimefoot and Squee is totally fine with me. If they play another big creature because we have more Edict effects or just want to activate this again, this way I'll be able to make them sacrifice just that. It won't be Azusa and something else. So I guess they could activate the Mishra's Foundry to dodge some sacrifices. Azusa returns! Any extra lands? There's one! Turn Timber! And they bolted it in. Haywire Might can get rid of the Arcane Signet. I think I'll just play Vorinclex over doing my Liliana plan. Hi, Vorinclex. Please get me some forests. I'm going to get... I'm gonna get some shock lands. They're good lands. They're really good lands. Be gone, Arcane Signet. Haywire Might is such a great piece of removal. They actually buffed it in Arena for some reason. I don't know why they decided to do this for Alchemy. It's already a great card. The fact that it's just 1 mana, recurable if you have something like Muldrotha as your commander. Artifact and enchantment removal. Specifically non-creatures, still really great. Ooh, Court of Calling. They're going to grab a 3-drop, Ramen Up Excavator, lets them replay these self-sacrificing lands. Well, this one's self-sacrificing, and it gets them also an extra bit of life gained. Terramorphic Expanse, you can, like, delay the trigger for the sacrifice if you want. But since they have Corsair Crewfix, we're just going to go for lots and lots of life gain. They can also play lands off the top of their library if they happen to see any with Corsair Crewfix. Right now, like, each of these is shuffling their library. Let's see what they find. Anything? They want big boys. Hey, look, a land! But it was the last thing they found, so they kind of don't want to draw that. Too bad, you're drawing it. Liliana of the Veil. Make them sacrifice. Probably just sacrifice Azusa, because they can play her again. Boop. Trying to decide if I want to Do anything too wild here? No, I'm good. We're gonna just pass the turn. Oh, that's an Emrakul on top of your library. You could just play a land and pass. You could also, like, play Azusa and shuffle things up. Ooh, that's a lot of lands. My guess is they're just keeping this on top because they know what they want. It's this. They want Emrakul. They have no cards in hand, so plussing the Liliana doesn't do that much. And I want to see, is there anything I can do to really stop the Emrakul? I can exile it, but that would have to be, like, after it. Nope, I can't, because it's instant. I am going to get rid of the Ramunap Excavator just to stop them from doing this over and over. One, two, three, four. You might not have cards to discard. Wait, one sec. Gotta tap that first. It's a pretty good worm. Sheoldred? You're going to animate your Mishra's Foundry to sacrifice that instead? And we pass. So they can, when they take my extra turn, they can make me play stuff and sacrifice it to my own abilities, all that kind of thing. Hi, Emrakul! I hope you enjoy taking over my turn. It'll be a fun one. By the way, Priest of Forgotten Gods, you can actually target yourself. I'm just letting them know in case they don't know. What's the nastiest you can do? You can make me discard. You can make me sacrifice. Worm! I love a good worm. Good. They know what they're doing. They're sacrificing and targeting me. So I lose an extra 2 life. I do still get to draw a card. They can make me discard whatever the best card in my hand is. I wonder if you go for Burning Rune Demon here.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And that's the turn. Get rid of that Courser of Grufix.
My zombies and leave. Sacrifices must be made.
Burning Rune Demon. I'm going to grab 2 extremely similar, though different cards. Ooh, Sheoldred could be fun. I just want a little bit of sacrifice here. Which ones do I want? I want something that they can't easily get protection from. I was actually thinking just like a creature-based kill. So, where are you? Ravenous Chupacabra. That would make a good one. Maybe Sheoldred. Maybe Liliana. Or do I want to go for the greed of Atali? Go for Liliana. Which goes into my hand and which goes into the graveyard? I think you put the Liliana into the graveyard. Nice. A good draw. Cityscape Leveler destroys the Burning Rune Demon. Also gets them an 8/8. Chunky. It can also destroy things when it attacks. Oh no! Troop it up. Oh no, I just realized I don't have enough black mana to play another blocker. I think we're dead. I thought like, oh yeah, I'll follow up with Yawgmoth. Wrong. Also, they just top decked a Balagad Recovery. That's pretty good. Also, good game. Azusa does Azusa things. Nice job. Uldar Ravenguard, Marshall. I have really good mana in this hand, including some early ramp. And some sacrifice-based ramp. Uldar Ravenguard, wow, goodness, is a replacement for a Myriad card that's in Paper Magic. Instead, in Arena, it gives you Double Team, which means that an attacking creature you control makes another copy in your hand when you attack with it. Then it loses Double Team, and you get clones. This is like I guess a Boros clones deck. Also looks like it's a bunch of value, too. I'm seeing things that making copies in hand are extra good because they are adventure cards. I like that. It's a smart way to play. Ashnod's Altar. I could have also held the Infernal Grasp, assuming that they'll play some, you know, red and attack. They gave Giant Killer Double Team. Thankfully, Slimefoot and Squee is a little bit too small. But that's just fine. We got Rockfall Veil here. Do I crave the violence? I mean, kind of. Could just kill Older Ravenguard. Or we could play Slimefoot and Squee and kill it by blocking. Much braver way to go out. If they try to exile it, we have Ashnod's Altar at the ready, so we can turn our Slimefoot and Squee into colorless mana. Currently nothing in my graveyard, though. We haven't drawn any of our big boys. We haven't done any self-milling. We're just vibing with Slimefoot and Squee. Ravenguard and the Fairy Guide Mother swing in. They're making a copy of the Fairy Guide Mother. That gives them even more adventures. This is sorcery speed, though, so they can't use that as a combat trick. They may have other combat tricks, or they could have tapped something down. Fight as one! There's no difference between me sacrificing it here, since I can't use that floating mana. Decline. We're gonna leave this in the graveyard. I suppose I could bring back Llanowar Elf. There are worse things that I've reanimated in my time playing Magic. No, let's go for Sheoldred. The Apocalypse. Punish the card draw. Also, just be really cute. They did bolt my bird, or I suppose my Llanowar Elf. They just didn't do it that early, since once they got the red mana, they used it for older Ravenguard. There we go. There's the Giant Killer. We're gonna blank it, though. Oh, I guess they could make another one in hand, though. Yeah, with this attack with older Ravenguard. More adventures in hand. I like the versatility. It's time to bring that right back. Oh, wait, hold up. I'm trying to get you to use this mana. Actually, no, I like what you're doing. It wants me to hold up this Infernal Grasp. I can do that. Sacrifice a sap. We're gonna wait until they go to combat. Or, if they try to once again, kill my Sheoldred. Look, I'm so good at making 2 mana by sacrificing things. They're using the Giant Killer. We are going to sacrifice it. So that goes straight to the graveyard, and we will use Infernal Grasp to firmly grasp their commander. They're still on 3 mana. They're a Boros deck. They don't need that much. But it looks like us getting rid of this giant killer and their commander is setting them back far enough that we're taking the crown. Might have half the life total, but we have a lot more stabilization tech here. Good game. Badric Astral Archmage. We don't have any red mana here, but we do have some nice cards in green. And I also believe in the heart of the cards. Badric is a tricky commander, though, to play against, because oftentimes this is a bit of a storm control deck where they're just going to be discounting their instants and sorceries and cutting us off from really being able to land things in the battlefield. They have access to burn to kill things and counterspells. Blue. It's what blue does. Also, now I have red mana, so we can play Slimefoot and Squee next turn. Or try to. I can try to. Oh, looks like I'm actually going to be able to. Funky. Here comes Slimefoot and Squee. Boop, boop. Look at it. Got a sapperling. Got a funky little guy. 4 mana. Nothing else. Go to combat. Attack with Slimefoot and Squee. I'm holding this back. I don't know what I'm scared of, but I'm scared of something. I'm going to eat one of my sapperlings. Keep Slimefoot and Squee out just because I don't have anything in my graveyard yet. Try to get Vorinclex out. A Mind Splice Apparatus. This is another way for them to discount their instants and sorceries. We're going to get 2 forests. They don't have to be basics, just have to be forests. I'll grab Overgrown Tomb and Forest. Oh, maybe I should have grabbed another red source for Croxa. Nah. Fluffy Bristle, thank you so much for the sub. So now they have a discount of 1, 2 for any instants and sorceries. So they have 1 red open, which means they can cast something that costs up to 3 mana here. Until I say no, you can't, we're going to use the Reclamation Sage. We're going to get rid of the Mind Splice Apparatus. I'll play the Woodland Cemetery. Seems good enough for me. We're swinging in with Slimefoot and Squee and Vorinclex. Vorinclex is also like a 6/6 trampling beater. The reason why I like it in this deck is because you can flip it over and it has some self-mill. Before they untap, we will use Baleful Mastery to exile Badric. And our opponent leaves the game. Because we got rid of both of their discounts. They didn't have enough blue to counter anything that we were doing, and we were cemented as the value generators. There's also not that many ways to exile in their colors. There's some burn spells that exile, but for the most part, all we could do is have our board destroyed and then bring it back. Good game. Rick Vigorous is playing a Tali, Primal Conqueror, the dino with the Crimo, who eventually is going to be stealing cards and turning into a Blightsteel Colossus. Or as I've heard it called, a Bite Steel Colossus. I'm okay with keeping this hand, though I can't play my commander off this mana, because this is going to be colorless unless I have something I can sacrifice. Still, not bad. We have an Altar of Dementia, we have some kill spells. All really good cards. The Fabled Passage comes out and finds Forest. Nice. Oh, and also nice, I just found Namada. Namada was one of my few ways to create sapperling tokens outside of my commander Slimefoot and Squee. No ramp. Just going to kill that right now before they can use it. And they're going to leave the game. They're going to leave the game? Okay, they leave the game. Sure. I don't know why Natalia would leave to just me killing their mana dork, but I'm down. Velomachus Lore Hold. When this dragon attacks, it casts a spell. An instant, I believe, or sorcery from the top cards that it reveals from the deck. I'm going to mulligan here for more mana. That's a bit better. It only has 2 colors of mana. We've got Mystery Color and green again. But, perfect. So I was like, I feel like I can probably draw a red source or a black source. And that means we can play Slimefoot and Squee. And here comes Slimefoot and Squee. I have to pay a life, though, for this Pain Land. Nice. Here is Sapperling. So Velomachus Lore Hold is a big, fast dragon that I've actually seen kind of frequently as like a Dragon's Approach deck specifically. If we see them discarding a bunch of Dragon's Approaches, that's exactly what it is. But in order to play this commander, Velomachus is 7 mana. You're gonna have to ramp. And Boros only has so many options for ramping. It's a dragon, though, so you can also discount things. Do I want to leave this? I'm actually going to put Slimefoot and Squee out of the graveyard just because I don't have anything in the graveyard right now. I don't feel super comfortable leaving it there, knowing that my opponent's very easily able to, like, burn my remaining sapling. Key to the Archive! That's a good ramp. Gets them a good broken spell. Lets them either keep it or discard it. It also gives them 2 mana. Big drop, a Fragment Reality. Cool. Slimefoot and Squee again. A lot of these are all just double black cards in my hand. Not much I can do with them. Here comes another 1/1. Swinging. Do they hit? Do they play a land? And do they hit me with the Velomachus? One of the cards I'm actually used to seeing in Velomachus is there's a bunch of, like, damage-based board wipes that aren't quite big enough to kill Velomachus. That, I would say, is a fairly common thing to see with this card. Oh, nice! They discarded, they drew, and they found another land. Oh, I found another land, too! That's so nice. Good for us. Sanguine Brushstroke. This gets me a Blood Artist. Playing the Elvish Mystic. If these creatures die, great. At least my opponent will lose life. Pass the turn. And the reason I have Sanguine Brushstroke in this deck over just playing Blood Artist is because it gives me a blood token, and I can use that blood to discard a card in my hand to then reanimate it with Slimefoot and Squee. Line. I'll find another way to make a sapling. Bing, 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 bing. We've got a few in the deck. Ooh, that's a Goldspan Dragon, though, with a lot of treasure. Yikes! Hold up, I'm just going to go ahead and drop a Meathook Massacre, don't mind me. I've got a way to get rid of you if they don't follow up with, like, Velomachus right after. Good, more black mana! I actually really needed more black mana. Liliana of the Veil going to try to make them sacrifices. They could animate Den of the Bugbear in order to dodge this sacrifice. Looking good. Priest of Forgotten God. Velomachus, as I said before, does have haste, though, so if they want to, like, haste out attack Liliana, that's cool, too. Five mana. 6, 7. Velomachus. They've got lots of mana left up, too. They're swinging at Liliana, and the free spell they get is... Looking at the top 7, it has to cost 5 or less mana. Ooh, it's something with multiple targets. Ah, nope, just Furious! Sweet. As I said, a bunch of board wipes that don't kill Velomachus. And that's totally fine. We're going to play Ravenous Chupacabra. They'll be able to replay this next turn. And we're going to follow up with Yawgmoth. This gives me some card advantage. I could sacrifice my creatures. Ooh, that's about to crack open. One, two, three, four. They're being very careful about tapping. And I'm pretty sure the reason for that is that whatever card they got off Key to the Archive, they need Treasures and Key to the Archive mana to cast. Alright, Velomachus is on the battlefield. I'm actually going to, before they attack in, sacrifice this Chupacabra. The reason for this is now they can only cast things that cost 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 mana, and not 5 mana. Ooh, nice Vraska. Rip apart! Get rid of that Sanguine Brushstroke. I love how I've just, like, left my commander in the graveyard. Like, I don't need it. That's for chumps. Ooh, oh, Ruddle Tuddle! Do we want to start with that or Vraska? I'm gonna start with Little Redstein. A weaker card, sure, but a more fun card. Let's see what it finds. Blood. Shrink Velomaka's Lorehold again. Ooh, Stitcher's Supplier. That's a fun one. Do I actually want to kill Velomachus? Not really. Not right now. I'm just going to make Velomachus into an itty-bitty baby. Oh my gosh, he's just a little guy! Ah, there's the thing that makes me saprolings. Told you I had some in the deck. Tiny Marcus. Hey, he can still cast Lightning Bolt and Lava things. No, okay, cool. Baby. He's so little! Whittle tiny Velomachus. He's just a little tiny Velomachus. I'm gonna turn you into 1/1 soon. Now, you're a lot less impressive when you don't have as much power. Tendershoot Dryad gets us a sapling, and it's also buffing saplings, giving them +2/+2. Tiny Marcus swings in. Doesn't find anything castable. Hits for 2. Boop. If they have a board wipe in hand, they might just use it. I still don't know what they have off key to the archive. No, that's just a Wrath of God, so, I guess I'll just draw some cards in response to that. Life total, who needs it? Ooh, that's a Kolaghan's command! Discard and destroy. Or I could bring back Slimefoot, but nah. Discard and destroy. This is about to fire. I don't want them to have 8 more mana. It was a counter spell that they were holding up that whole time. Well, now we know what they got. It was counterspell. Actual factual, regular schmegular counterspell. 14 cards in your graveyard. Is that enough for me to flip you over? It is. Not that I'd want to do that right now. I'm getting rid of this. They'll be able to kill Vraska. That's fine. I'm just setting up for flipping over a Sheoldred. I want them to have more things out, though. Make them sacrifice, make them discard, get rid of a bunch of stuff. Do you go for my face or for my Vraska, though? Because you can afford to recast Velomachus. Alright, let's see what they get. I miss the tiny Velomachus. Whoosh! Oh, lightning helix! Hit my face, why not? Boop! A beautiful boopening. 3 more damage would take me out next turn. Oh, I might actually have it. Ooh, an orb. So flipping over Sheoldred right now doesn't actually do anything because they just recast Velomachus. Have enough attackers, take me out. Must play orb. I love this orb. We scry, and our opponent gets the choice between milling or letting us draw. They mill, they lose 3 life. It's a Woe Strider, it can come back. A tactical mill. Here comes Velomachus again. If they find a lightning bolt, that does it for me. Sacred Fire brings me to 1, and they can recast it from the graveyard next turn. Nice. They're saying, hello? Hello, Electric Boogaloo. Don't mind me. I got some boogie wiggy wiggy to do too. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do we have a way out? No, not really. I need to have enough things to block, both on the ground and things for this. Even the 2 cards I could get off Burning Rune Demon, I don't think it would be quite enough. I didn't have enough mana to get any of, like, the big bursty spells. They'll make me draw, though. Yay! Great Freaker Lamia! Hello! And a Sacred Fire takes us out. Still a really fun game. Glad to play it. GG, Electric Boogaloo. Astor, Bearer of Blades. I don't remember what Astor does, but I think lets you equip something for free? Let me check. Astor! When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You can reveal an equipment or vehicle and put them into your hand. Ah, neat. Equipment has equip 1 and vehicles have crew 1. So equipment and vehicles. Nice, just like SRAM. I love SRAM. I have an updated version of my SRAM deck. I should be playing it more. Curse of Sal. Don't curse my Slimefoot and Squee. I need that. I guess I could always tear asunder that. Am I in any rush? Nah. Here's a Skull Prophet. Skull Prophet will let me ramp. Give me a potential 4 mana if I need to tear asunder something that's not Curse of Silence. We also now have double black mana for Skull Prophet into Liliana. Oh, never mind. Skull Prophet's gone. Oh, did they exile a card from hand for that? They did. Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients, is gone. Well then, I will be cultivating. I'm gonna grab some more black mana and some more green mana, since those are the 2 colors I don't have doubles of. I'll put the black into play, since we have Liliana right here. A Reckoner Bank Buster? Cool. I'll just pay the 5 for Slimefoot and Squee. They exiled the creature, so there's nothing I can bring back. Ooh, and they're going to draw a card. Nice, we can punish more card draw in the future. I'm going to attack in with Slimefoot and Squee and his little buddy, the Saproling. I'm going to go for Xander's Wake over the Sheoldred. I want to make sure I have this Terra Sunder ready to do something. I'm not sure what, but something. Apparently, the something we could have done was just get rid of this Reckoner Bankbuster. Pass to attackers. My turn. I'm actually going to channel Silkenzon. So I have a bunch of extra little guys. Swing with all these little guys. And I'll play Sheoldred. And the Delighted Halfling can come out too. Oh, she's just so cute. Oh, hey, whoa. Never mind, it can't come out. It's back in my hand. Have a Halfling. This is a great new, like, just general card to have in your decks for white. I feel like Reprieve is so good at, like, saving you from a board wipe as well. Like, oh, your opponent cast a board wipe. They can't afford to cast it twice in the same turn. Throw it back into their hand. Aw, the pilot! Esper Sentinel. Me. Pressing. Spacebar. Delighted Halfling, you can stay back. Slimefoot and Squee has built up an army here. They're braiding the halfling. These are all going to be black cards. Pair Sunder on Esper Sentinel, and I will pay the 1. Oh, are they going to tithe it? Hey! I was wondering, like, oh, should I have used the halfling mana in case of tithes? Didn't need it. They're down to 6. Down to 4. If we don't kill them by attacking in, Sheoldred's going to passively draw them to their death. GG, Astor, Belden, Ronom, Excavator. I've got 2 mana and some 2 mana cards. Bit of removal, but I'd rather get a 3rd land. There's a 3rd land and some ramp. Hi, Felden. Felden cares about being dealt damage. When you deal damage to Felden, you get more cards. Oh, that's a Ragavan. And good news, I have something that can block Ragavan. And if they kill my Elvish Mystic, well, next turn we've got Orcish Bowmasters. Fantastic. Hello, Felden. I block the monkey. No treasures for you, friend. No treasures for you. Felden's going to swing it again. Soul Scar Mage. Anything else? Anything maybe with 1 toughness? Ah, that has 1 toughness. Bam. Perfect. Always had it. Slimefoot and Squee. Ouch. Paying life against this deck is kind of oof. That's fine. They have a pain land. I have a pain land. I have a little guy. They have... Okay, they're leaving. Aw. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. As always, if you'd like to watch me record these live, you should come over to twitch.tv/Amazonian, where I stream almost every single day. I am still trying to set up co-streaming onto YouTube because I have a contract which appears to allow it, but I haven't quite figured out how to stream on YouTube yet because it wants me to set things up ahead of time, and I don't want to do that. What's a thumbnail? I don't know how to do thumbnails. I just, like, take pictures of cards and be like, bam, that's a thumbnail. It looks perfect. If you like this deck, please let me know in the comments. If you have any favorites that you like to cheat out and to play using Slimefoot and Squee, also let me know. There's a lot that you can do with this deck, and you can have a lot of fun doing it. The deck list is in the description of the video, and if there's a suggestion you have for another commander for me to build, feel free to just throw that in the comments section too. Comments also help boost this video for the algorithm TM, because, you know, we are all slaves to our robot overlords. Maybe it's not that evident, but it's totally happening. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.